Hey, how you doing, folks? I have returned for yet another recap video, but this time it's softball. I was actually at last night's game, and they actually had another game tonight, another doubleheader against UConn and New Mexico. But I'm going to be talking about last night's game because the tonight's one in this doubleheader, UH came up bust, losing 13-7 into UConn and 5-4 against New Mexico. But anyway, guys, just remember, subscribe, and that's how my channel grows. I will be discussing the game on the doubleheader on the 7th, and not the 8th. So anyway, guys, subscribe. Let's get into this. Okay, going to put up my banner here. So this one left me pretty excited. And unfortunately, the first game, not quite just did not end out the way that I wanted it to. But it was all about the 6th inning in both games because both UConn and UH got on the board in that 6th inning. This is the first game I'm discussing. Both teams had triple home runs, and unfortunately, UConn got an extra run in the 4th inning. And I thought for sure that it was going to be this was going to be tough for UH to win against UConn, but they almost pulled it off. Not going to lie to you. So I was actually really encouraged that they were able to get in the neighborhood per se, and not have so much trouble trying to get something started. But I'll tell you what, NBC made it big with that show Dial M for Murder. I was kiddingly saying on my Instagram, they might as well call it to Dial M for Maya. And for that, I mean Maya Nakamura, because she was responsible for both of UH's 3-run homers that got them in the neighborhood, but couldn't come out on top over UConn. But in New Mexico, oh yeah, it certainly was enough to put UH in the win column. New Mexico got the first run of the game in the 1st inning, and I thought, wow, they certainly came to play for sure. But it turned out to be a pitcher's duel. I had a feeling that this was going to be like the Cal State Fullerton game on the road. I didn't see that game, but I looked at the recap, and there was only 1 run scored in the entire game, and that was by Cal State Fullerton in the 1st inning. UH never even got on the board, and Fullerton never scored either after that. So I thought that New Mexico game was going to be a repeat of that, but thanks to Maya Nakamura with this 3-run homer that you're seeing right here. She got the Rainbow Wāhine Softball crowd looking mighty happy, let me tell you. And I'm sure the team was happy. And here's what she had to say when I told her that she had to be feeling like $1 million, and how she felt about her season so far.
And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Leading up to probably this series, I definitely I haven't been hitting as well as I guess expected to, as personally how I would have imagined, and I think how everybody else would have liked me to.
Yeah, that was a really happy moment for sure. And I gotta tell you, on the 7th, I was thinking to myself, I don't know what she put in her breakfast this morning, but she better put more in it because that worked. It didn't work unfortunately, it didn't work for UConn, but it did work for New Mexico. And fortunately, UH was able to come out on top and split their doubleheader. So I thought that was a good game overall, or at least a decent doubleheader overall. And I thought that, I'd have liked for them to come away with 2 wins, but then again, softball is pretty much wide open. And of course, conference play is just around the corner. And I think that UH softball is way better than 6th place, which is what where they were predicted to finish. Last year, they were picked to finish 3rd. I would have picked them for 3rd, but it seemed like after Dallas Millwood went down, that kind of defined that was kind of defining of their season. But still, overall, I thought it was still successful. And unfortunately, this year has not gone the way that I'm sure that they were all hoping, especially with an 8-game losing streak. But still, I think they're picking up the pieces. And obviously, if you want to get the bad luck out of the way, non-conference is the way to do it. Is kind of like that right time, because obviously everyone says non-conference doesn't really mean anything. But, I see it as where they're at. And I have to say, I was very, very encouraged by that doubleheader. Unfortunately, tonight's the doubleheader on the 8th was unfortunately not a very good one. I'm not going to do a recap of that one, but I will post my interview with Dallas Millwood that I got, my audio interview. I'm going to try to make a point to make it some video interviews. I got a selfie stick, but unfortunately the battery in the remote doesn't work that great. In fact, it's not even working at all. But still, anyway, I thought that they played extremely well, and had it not been for Maya Nakamura, this probably would have been a couple of shutouts. And but you know what? Quick turnaround. They faced Cleveland State on Saturday and Sunday. I won't be at the Saturday game, but I will be at the Sunday game. You will see some shots from that game. And so hopefully that softball can come out on top and get at least one more win before conference season starts up. Of course, they start conference play on the road against UC Santa Barbara. And like I said earlier, I think this team is way better than 6th, which is why I'm kind of putting them around 3rd again. And in fact, if you saw my prediction video there, I had predicted 3rd place as well. But I'll probably have to say either 3rd or 4th now. It's hard for me to say why, but now they got Dallas Millwood back. I think that this team can fill a lot of those voids that didn't get filled last season. Because make no mistake, Dallas is a hell of a player. And she's going to do a lot of good things, I'm sure, as will Maya Nakamura. And you can also see my full interview with Maya. I also have that as a post as well. So, and I'll also include a link in the description as well. And so, anyway, guys, that's all for today. And remember, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. You'll see another softball recap on Sunday. And, of course, we'll have another college basketball recap for UH versus CSU Bakersfield. That'll be senior night. So you'll see some shots there. And remember, and thanks, guys. Remember, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later.